Hey y'all, it's Indigo here coming at you with the last round in 3v3 Grand Arena Championships. It's not the finals because I already lost once this round, but you can see by my score over there, I'm just a stone's throw away from hitting KYBER. So I should be able to do that once I clear the first zone. Playing my opponent, had a little chat with him first, and he said he saw that I was close to hitting KYBER and he didn't want to put anything too tough down. I told him, put a standard defense down. There's no reason to be an asshole about it, where some people just drop their whole heavy duty everything on defense. I told him I was going to save plenty of offense just in case he decided to do that. So not heavy defense on both of us this round. You can see he's got a Karth team, some bugs, and then he's got a Separatist team that's led by Poggle with the droids there. And that's what he's got down south. So we're going to take that out because it's only 3 squads. And all I need to do is basically clear one zone to be able to get the bonus points. I'm like 300 points off of KYBER. So once I clear this one zone, that's going to be all I need. Get through and get my KYBER. And that's really all I'm trying to do. Here's the top. You can take a little look at it there. He's got a Maul team, a Newt team, some droids. Nothing too fancy. And there's no top meta teams on defense or anything like that. Easy enough stuff to clear. So I'll show you what I did. I tried to be as efficient as I could be about it. Not really too great at the whole high efficiency game. But, I figured I'd give it a shot. It'd be nice to get KYBER and also win this one. So, this is what I did. I took my Traya and Scion against his bugs here. I've been really liking doing that. Now that I've got them both at least at Relic 5 and changed their mods around so that they're both pretty tanky. I feel like they can survive a lot better than they used to. And I don't have to worry about, them knocking Traya out and losing the isolate. You want to isolate the brute. That way you can focus on whoever you want and try and take out alpha as soon as you can. Then it just makes it much easier. So that's what I do. I really do like it with just the 2 of them because then you have a bit more control too. Once they go after Scion, reduce that cooldown for his held by hatred. And once you get that on, you're really set. Because then if he does get the big hit from Spy, you can at least bring him back. And you don't have to worry about a third character getting hit, dying off, and giving you less points. Getting like 49, 50 points instead of 53 points. So this is it. I'm just cleaning up here. Nothing too special. Got 53 points for using these 2. So we'll move on to the next one. For his Separatist droid team, I went ahead and took in clones. I figured they'd be able to do enough damage, being that all 3 of them are Relic 7. He does have a Relic out, B2 there. Again, pretty tanky. And so you got to watch out with that. He gets healed up a little bit by the B1. And then you end up hitting B1 and it fills up the turn meter of the B2. It's actually a deceptively tougher team than you really think that it is. You can see I'm still going after the B2. Got him out of there, so at least I don't have to worry about that. The AoEs, you can see though that Rex is low. I didn't bring in the right comp that I wanted. I wanted to bring in 5 so that, potentially he could die off and make super clones if needed. I didn't have my team set right, exactly the way I wanted it, but I was able to get the win there. Only got 50 banners, but made it through without using anything too tough. And then for the third team down there, you can see it's just simple Karth team with leftovers, Canderous and Juhani, not Mission and Zalbar. But even if it had Mission and Zalbar, it probably wouldn't have mattered. I think my nest was Relic 5 at lock for this. So you can see the counterattacks on nest did the job. Got me 55 banners. And with that win, and clearing that zone, all the clear bonuses and whatnot. You can see that got me into KYBER. Hit KYBER again this season. I made it last season. So that's pretty nice just to get those little bit extra rewards. And that's really all I cared about. As long as I could clear that one zone, the rest of it doesn't much matter to me. But we're going to go ahead and finish up here anyway. Show you what he's gotten back. Shock T team, Kira. He's got some Django with Nest. And then just a tank team, Stormtrooper Han, Vandor, and L3, Relic out L3. So just a timeout team there. Again, it's nothing that's too crazy difficult or anything. But we'll start by taking them out and clearing that bottom zone. And for that, I just brought in my Nihilus, just solo Nihilus. Whatever you do, if you're going to try this matchup, first make sure Vandor isn't reliced up and does, heavy damage. This one's only gear 12. So even though L3 has relics, that really doesn't matter. And then the next thing you want to do is don't put it on auto. You put on auto, you're going to waste different things. You want to be able to take out Vandor if you can, but you need to use the right moves at the right time. You can see that I drain when I can, but I also make sure when I attack, I'll look and make sure somebody's got a buff that will reduce the cooldowns for my drain so that I can use it more often. You don't want to be just stuck attacking the same person and not getting the extra benefit. That reducing cooldowns is huge. Gets your annihilates up much faster. And then, of course, I don't use a Gear 12 Nihilus. I've got Gear 13. I think at lock, it was Relic 1. I get him up to Relic 3 now. So I think that should make him tanky enough to be able to keep doing this for a while if I come across this team again. Hopefully 3v3 will be on a rest for a little while. Won't have to worry about it, but it was nice to have this option because you can get pretty decent banners with just going solo on Nihilus and not wasting a whole team of good stuff to be able to take this out. So I got 55 banners for that. Good enough for that one. Next up is his Shock T clones. I'm sure you guys have seen this counter. I just went and took in my CLS because, again, there's nothing too major that he set on defense. So I just brought in the whole CLS team and start taking him out. Went after Rex first. He didn't have 5s in there. I think it's Echo that he's got. So just went after that first. That way I don't have to worry about Rex's big hit. Then I got Shock T over there. Got her down to red. This should finish her off. And the counter attacks will do their job. Take out Echo here. And that's it. 51 banners for that. For his Django Nest team, I wasn't 100% sure what I wanted to do. I didn't want to get stuck on Nest. Nest can always be a problem. And this was a high tenacity Nest. So you always got to watch out for that because there's no guarantee that you're going to be able to daze Nest or even be able to line up the hits at the right time to take her out. So this is where I just went in ahead and burned my whole Sith Empire team right here. I did take Darth Revan as the lead with Bastilla Fallen and Malik. I figure between the three of them, they better be able to get this job done. You can see that I'm just worrying about trying to put Shock up. That way I can do the lightning zap. And that didn't do anything. There's Malik's Drain. That didn't do anything. She's still in the yellow. So Ness can tank out these guys for quite a while, even though she doesn't get to move. I wait for her to take her turn, and now I can do something. So I'll zap her right there and take her out. Got 54 banners for that match. Okay, next up is his Kira with Mission and Zalbar. And for that one, I just brought EP. And since I had saved him, normally I throw him on defense. But I brought in my Dooku and then Thrawn. Usually I use Thrawn with EP, but it's nice having Dooku with the counterattacks. And my Dooku's Relic 7, so when he does hit, he's going to do some damage. It's probably overkill for this little of a team. But again, it's nice to have the control, being able to use Fracture with Thrawn. I've got people stunned with EP. I can throw Shock down. There's a high level of control with this team, and if I have the characters, I might as well use them. You can see that my Relic 7 Dooku did his job taking out Zalbar. Now it's just mission, clean her up, and it's 54 banners. Alright, so that cleans off the bottom. Now we can go up top and start clearing out those last 4 ground squads and see what he's got waiting back there for fleet. Up top, he's got some Nightsisters, that Zal team, a Newt team, and some droids down there. We'll start off with the Nightsisters. This will be the last time I'll use this counter in especially 3v3. I got my General Skywalker, and at lock he was 6-star, but now I've got him at 7-star Relic 7. So won't be using him against the Nightsisters anymore. Have to figure something else out for that. But you can see that he works really well because he negates the whole revive mechanic of MT's lead. Having her lead and having Daka there makes him basically useless because nobody's going to revive. All you have to do is wait to get around Zombie's taunt, and I've got Ahsoka for that. Her basics come in handy there, being able to dispel that taunt. And I can do enough damage where I can just kill Zombie outright, and then I can start focusing on Daka. So, pretty easy team to deal with. If you're stuck with a 6-star General Skywalker, I highly recommend using it against Nightsisters, just because of the mechanics, the way this team is set up. It's a great team to be able to take them out and, get decent banners. You don't have to worry about losing. So, took him out, got 51, not too bad, and on to the next. This is a little bit of overkill for this, but since he didn't put a Grievous team down, I decided to go ahead and just use my Jedi Revan on his Newt team. He's got a Relic Dooku, so we'll go straight after Dooku. You guys saw how mine was. Can definitely do some damage, and I don't want his Dooku being able to stealth the team and getting trapped behind that and having to worry about, getting hit from counterattacks. We're just going straight after Dooku here, trying to take him out. And already he's doing some counterattacks, but we'll get to him in a second. Once we get to go and get a couple big hits in, got him down in the red, and there he goes. Now we don't have to worry about him anymore. Can't really touch Droidica right now, so going after Newt, got to take him out a couple times. And he's got a Gear 13 Newt, which is pretty nice. If you guys don't know, Newt is like a 3v3 champ. Can definitely strip off banners, easily to underestimate. A lot of people make mistakes against a Newt team, and he gets to go so often. He's so fast that he's throwing that extortion out and just making you lose banners and potentially making you lose your team and have to go in again and 2 or 3 shot it. But luckily for me, it's not going to happen here with Jedi Revan. I just got to worry about taking out Droidica now. And Droidica can do big hits, but I've got all 3 of my guys reliced up, so they should be fine. And there's enough foresight and protection up and all that. You can see that even though he went after Jolee, Jolie's still standing, got plenty of health left. And you guys should all have your Jolies modded for full health like that, because he'll heal up fast. So that's all. You can see I flipped it to auto there, just because it's annoying having to deal with his damage immunity and all that. I'll just let the AI take care of it. And there we go. Throw a focus on him, take him out, and 53 banners for that team. Next up, he's got a Zal team. He's got Zal, and he's got Sith Marauder, and then he's got Sith Trooper in there for a tank. So it's on paper, it's a decent team. They got evasion, they've got days and whatnot, but obviously it's not going to do any good against a Padme team. As soon as you get some protection up, there's nothing they can do. And I hit hard enough with stacks of courage that this team won't stand a chance. So obviously it's a luxury to be able to use Padme here. But I had it, so might as well use it. Got 53. And then we'll go ahead and take out finally his droid team. And again, it's another luxury to have this team available. Usually I use it against Nightsisters, and I didn't need to do that here. I got just these droids. Now I did see a similar team to this where somebody used L3 instead of IG-88, and I saw somebody get tripped up and stuck. You know, so I could see how this team could cause trouble, but not against these, not against, you know, I've got Relic First Order there with the text from Watt. It's definitely not going to be an issue to carve through these droids. So take them all out, get 54 banners for my trouble there, and that's all the ground squads. That's everything I can do there. Now I just got ships to deal with, and you guys know my feelings on fleet. I really don't care for him too much. He said a Falcon fleet, and that's fine. I got my negotiator to cut through that, and I do okay with that matchup. I've had to face a couple of them in my arena. So I took my negotiator in, and I ended up with 62 banners for that match. So all in all, I think I did about as good as I could. Can't really score much higher on fleet, at least for me. So cleared off his fleet zone. That's the whole board clear on my end. Let's see the score here. I got 24-68. Not too bad of a score for me, except I went super light on defense, so I'm sure it's possible for him to beat that score if he wants to be really efficient about it. I don't know. We'll see if he even attacks or what. I don't know what his plans are. Normally that would be a nice score if I had a stout defense that he might trip up on. But he's got enough firepower. He shouldn't be tripping up on any of this stuff. So we'll just see what happens. Alright, we'll catch you guys next season. Shout out to my buddy Mikayas. He runs a modding service. He'll go through, make sure you got the right squad compositions and the right mods on the right characters. Give your account a real nice tune-up. I'll put the link to his Discord in my description. Go ahead and check him out. Tell him Indigo sent you. Thanks for watching my video, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share your comments down below, and hopefully you'll check out my other videos on my channel. Peace.